Okay, today I'm going to record all the things I think that should be in the book. So I'll just talk and talk, and that's it. You should just, grab it up to a book. So first, I would like to comment on the first pages. This is very good. Okay, it's going good explanation. We will need to change it to there's no beta scratch anymore. There are both scratch. I don't know if this one can be found anymore here. So we need to think how to, if at all, to present this. This here is fine. This is great. I think probably for the introduction, it's enough, and we can jump from this point to the lessons themselves. There will be 8 lessons, and all the lessons will be organized in the following way. There will be a title of the lesson number 1, 2 until 8, the title, introduction to the subject, and let's try it. So let's go back one by one. The introduction to, for example, the first lesson will be about animation. So there will be about, I think should be about 400 words approximately. What is animation at all? When was it invented? That it's a frame after frame that are changing fast, and then it makes feel like a movement and things like that. So it's basic principle of animations. Then the section of let's try it. It's a simple step-by-step explanation of let's do some animation. Then in the try more, there will be some ideas. What else can be done? It won't be explained, but it will be like ideas to what other things that you can do. And the last section will be a few words to the teacher, things for the teacher to emphasize while he's teaching this chapter. So this is a basic structure of a chapter, and there should be 8 lessons here. So let's go one by one from lesson 1 to lesson 8. So lesson 1 would be animation. So animation. In animation, I suggest to do the following, to explain the following. First of all, the first section is what is animation, as we told, what it's all about. It's changing the images so it will appear like movements. We can drop a few words that it was invented very long, to take some words from Wikipedia or something, that it was invented very long time ago. Walt Disney was the one that made a breakthrough with animation and produced all these wonderful Walt Disney films, etc. Let's try it. So it will be like that. We'll explain that we take the sprite and we change the sprite costumes. We'll explain how we take a new custom. We have the 2 default customs here. We can delete them, and we can bring here new customs. Not from here, sorry. From here probably. Here from the library. So let's take these 2 bats. We'll take this bat and we'll take this bat. Now we need to explain here that we have one sprite that is called sprite 1, and it has 3 costumes. This costume we don't need anymore, so we can delete it. Now we have 2 customs, one like this and one like that. So now what we need to go to the scripts and do the following. First, we go to the control, all the events, and we put when a flag. Then we need to explain that we're doing the loop. We need to explain what is a loop. Let's repeat it 10 times. Then we need to change the look. So no look, where is it? I'm just regular to other language, not English, so it's switch custom to. So we switch the custom to, for example, bat A, and then we switch the custom to bat B. We need to put a delay between them, so let's put a delay here, and we need to explain that it should be 1 second is too long, and we got here our first animation. Okay, then we can explain that we can, for example, okay, stop, thank you. We can then add some effect, like let's go to the looks, and at the beginning of the loop, set it to size. Set size to 10% of the size. And then increase the size each loop by 10. So we get a nice effect that it's growing up, like it's coming at us. Okay, now in the teacher section, we should state that while we're building this project, we need to ask the children questions. For example, first, we don't put the delays, and it will appear very, very fast. So we should ask the children what's happening, why is it too fast, and get to the conclusion that we need to put delay. Then we put delay of 1 second because that's the default in the tool, but then it will be too slowly. So we ask again the question, what should be done? And the children would probably need to get to the conclusion that delay should be shorter. And then when you put the size to 10% and increase it each time, you should investigate with the children what do they think will happen. So the emphasis to the teacher should be that when you're teaching this, you need always to ask a lot of questions, and before you press the button, make a discussion with the children, what will happen, and only then try it. This is the best way to understand the learning. Last, we can go to the background, and add, in the background, we can go to backdrops, and add view. Let's pick some nice view for the bat. Let's take this desert. And now the project will be much, much nicer. Okay, so that's the example of lesson 1. In the what else can be done is we can add a few ideas, like have two sprites in the project. For example, do another animal, or more, try to do a walking, for example, walking horse. So and again, back to the teacher section, sometimes we give the children challenges that we didn't teach them. For example, if we're talking about a walking horse, it needs also to be moved, not only to change the costume. So we didn't talk about how to move, but the children can search what to do, and it will be like learning by investigating. So this would be lesson 1. Okay. Now lesson 2 would be drawings. So let's do a new project. Okay. Drawing, what I will do in the introduction part would be that to tell them that the sprite has the ability to draw whenever they go. So it's like in a pen that is going down. We can tell the sprite to let the pen down, and whenever he moves, he will just draw, and we can tell him to put the pen up. We can erase the screens, etc. That way we can tell the sprite where to go, and by that making very nice drawings. We can also hide the sprite, so the drawings will become by themselves. The Let's Try It section will do the following. We'll teach them to create a rectangular. Let's do it. So we're going to events, when a green flag. Now I'm jumping again to the teacher section. The way I like to teach it is that I take a kid in the middle of the class and tell him, go 2 steps ahead, turn right, go 2 steps ahead, turn right, etc. And then I ask the kids, what did he draw on the floor? And they say rectangular. And I ask them, how many commands did he do? And they say 8, because it was go right, straight, turn, etc. And then I discuss with them, how can we shorten the process? And we get together to the conclusion that it could be a loop of 4 times, just go forward and turn right. So this part I want to be explained in the teacher section. And in the Let's Try It, it's going to be like that. So we're putting repeat 4 times. Move. Let's make it 100 steps. And turn 90 degrees. We need to take the pen. First, I like to clear everything. I like to do pen down, and at the end to do pen up, just for the clearness of things. It's not a must. So here, draw the rectangular. So that's one thing. Then we discussed the loop thing, that we're repeating something 4 times instead of giving 8 commands. Then I do the next trick. I'm going to add a loop inside a loop. So I'm going to do this, to do, for example, this, and I'm going to turn here 5 degrees. So when I do it to a class, I ask, okay, what do you think will happen here? So I understand that this part is doing a rectangular, and it repeats this 10 times, but each time it turns a little bit. So they understand that it will draw 10 rectangulars in a very nice way. So let's try it. So they get excited, and then I ask them, okay, what do I need to change in the program in order to do a full circle? Of course, if it's 5 degrees, I need to do here 36, 60, 18, I think, no, 36 times 2, 72. Okay, this is something to get to this number. It's a great way to learn. So let's do it again. Great. So the next thing to teach here is a trick like, let's change the color. Let's say change pen color, change pen color. Change pen color by 10, like I put it here. I'm changing the pen color. So after every rectangular, it will change the color. So what we'll get is something nice like this. Okay. So in the what else section that can be done, we can also try to change the pen size to do it instead of 5 degrees, 10 degrees here, for example. etc. Now, the last thing to learn in this lesson is to take this, this one. No, we don't need this anymore. To look at this and understand this can be a single command. So we can turn this one into a block. So how do we do? We go to more blocks. Okay, we make a block. We call it rectangular, for example. Probably I have a mistake here. So I have a rectangular, and now I can define this rectangular like this. And now I can take the rectangular and put it here, and I get the same program. Okay? And it's much easier. So I want this to be explained in the second chapter. And I think that this is enough for the second chapter. We want to make sure that in the teacher chapter, we emphasize about the loop within a loop, the degrees, that we teach them degrees now, the block, the define new block. Also, we can learn here to use the backpack and take a block and put it in the backpack. And now I can use this block on everywhere I go. I can just use this. The backpack is useful for everything. You can move sprites, you can move part of codes. You can, it's like, snippets to take from sprite to sprite, from project to project, etc. See, like that. Okay. Okay. So that's lesson number 2. Lesson number 3 would be walking animation. Let me see if I remember. What did we do here? Okay, here, let's do it. In lesson 3, we're going to do a walking character. As I said in the first lesson, we did the first animation. Here it's important to add movement. So we do the following. Yeah, he's like walking. He can walk like that. Okay. So as the first, we'll do that he will walk forever. He will change. Looks, sorry. Let's see. Yeah, he's moving. Okay, so he's moving, but it's in his place. What we need to do here is add that he's moving 10 steps each time. So he's moving now, okay. But not good. I misput it. Switch. Here. Damn it. To be here like that. Probably it would be better. Yeah, that's better. Now, another thing I want to add in this lesson is that in motion, we say if on edge bounce. And let's increase it that he will walk faster so I can demonstrate it better. So now whenever he is touching the frame, he's changing directions. but he's also turning upside down. Why? Let's fix that. We need to explain here in the customs over here, this is the way he turns. So for example, now it's set to this probably. No, sorry, I talked nonsense because I'm looking what was in Stretch 1.4. I don't find something that I always had. Oh, it's in Sprite. There was the definition how it turns, and I don't see it here. Why is that? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, I need to find it. Okay, I'll look for it later. So currently he's... What did I do here? Ah, sorry. I ruined the sprite here. It should be in the middle. Yeah. But now how it turns upside down, it's very bothering. Okay. So he's walking now. As we said this, the next thing I want to explain in this lesson is to add another sprite. This time let's take come on. Now let's take a ball. Okay. Let's make it smaller. Okay, now the ball here, the ball, what did I want to do with this? I'm confused a little bit. I'm going to scripts. Okay, let's go. When it starts, it will forever move 10 steps and wait 0.1. It's stuck here because I need to add also if on edge, not here, to the ball. If on edge bounce. Okay, so now the ball is going like that. Let's make him more faster. So now it's going like that, but I want to give him an angle. So at the beginning, let's give him, before the loop, let's make him go 45. This is a place to talk about, again, the angles, the circle of the angles. Let's try it. So now the ball goes like that. So this is a very good thing for us. Okay, so this is the other thing that we're going to do. This is enough for lesson 3. Emphasizes to the teacher here is the use of movement, the use of if on edge bounce. that it's important. And more things to do is add more characters, add animation like a flying bird, and challenge task can be, let's think, think of yourself. I'll add it later. Okay, so that's lesson number 3. Lesson number 4, and this will be enough for today, will be a horse race. Let's see if you can, I'll translate what you see here. Let's see if I can just, I did it once, so it's in Hebrew, but you probably will understand. Let's see if I'm correct. You know what? No. I'll just show it. So let's go, and lesson 4 will be a horse race. Horse race combines the things we learned in the previous lessons, plus something nice about randomized number. So let's just show this. We have a new project. Let's make a sprite. Let's turn it into, let's see what we got here. Oh, I have an idea. Let's see if this one is it's a vector graphic. Ungroup. Okay. It's not vector. Too complicated. Forget what I told you. I don't want this. Let's do something simpler. Let's take dog 1 and dog 2. Okay, let's animate it. So, as we did before. Now I want to talk about coordination. Here. This guy will be here. Now I want to explain that when I move the mouse, you can see here the coordination. So we have X here, and we have Y here. This point around here is 0, 0, and it goes like, X, Y. Okay. So now the position of the dog here is, if I'm going to motion, is ready here. So I can just take it like that. So when we start, we put the dog exactly here where I put it. Then I'm going to repeat, let's do forever, move, wait a little bit, 3, I forgot to change the shape, and do the same thing with dog B. And we have him moving. He will move on until he will be stuck on the wall. We didn't give him to bounce back, so he'll just be stuck. Okay. And when I said he will jump to the starting point. Now I'm going to duplicate this guy. So we have the same the same characters. If I press green flag, it wouldn't see anything between. It's like one over the other. Okay, but I'm going to change this character. Instead of Y 124, we'll make it minus. So now it's like that. Now there's nothing special here because they are just moving the same. So now I'm going to add randomization. Instead of move 10 steps, I'm going to give him pick a random number. Here, pick a random number between from 5 to 10. And take this and put it the same here. Now what's happened is they will move forward a random number of steps, and that makes a competition between them. So we now don't know who will win. Okay, you see the high power. So this one is very fun because now kids can gamble who will win, etc. We can go here to the background, to the stage background. We can go and how do we edit it? We edit it. How do we edit in Scratch 2? Do you know? You just edit, of course. Okay. So I can put here a line. Okay, so now we have a line. So we want to see who gets to the line first. Again, okay. Why is it that the first one is getting to the line faster? Because he's set to 10. We didn't set this one to the randomization thing. So we need to fix that. This one, duplicate, and we're going to move it to here and here. Now it will be much more. Now this time, really, this guy gonna win. No, this guy. No, this guy. Okay, this guy. Great. We're gonna do that. The first one that touches the black will stop everything. So let's do a condition here. And this is the first time we'll get to the if. Okay. So if, I'm putting a question, if sensing touch color, and I say black, you need to explain what I've done here, okay? Then you can control to stop all events, control, here stop all. So let's see. The first one that will touch the color will stop all, and then we can see who won. Good. Okay. So that's lesson number 4. It's a very nice lesson. What else can be done? Of course, change characters, add background, and a challenge, say something. The winning dog, the winning horse, when it wins, it needs to say something. I won, or something like that. That's a challenge. For the teacher section, very important to talk about randomization. Talk about event, because what we've done here is an event about the if. The event is touching a color. And the if statement, to talk about the if statement. What is the if statement? Okay. And what else? Interesting, the coordination. We need to talk about and explain what is coordination. And by the way, there's one of the backgrounds is already set here we have this XY grid. This is a very important background that we can use to teach grids. Okay? So that's enough for today. These are 4 lessons. So I'll stop here. I want you to reply if it's okay, if you can work with this kind of data. Let's see how it flows. If you have any question, of course, these are just the ideas to the lessons. Feel free to color it and make it as you understand. And let's do it nice and fun. Okay. Let's see how I'm closing the recording. I don't know how I'm closing the recording here. Bye.